Pigeons by Padraig Colum. Odalisques, odalisques, treading the pavement with feet pomegranate stained. When we'd less years we bartered for, bought you. Ah, then we knew you. Odalisques, odalisques, treading the pavement with feet pomegranate stained. Queens of the air, Aethra, Iole, Eos or Og, taking new beauty from the sun's evening brightness, gyring in light as nymphs play in waters, Aethra, Iole, Eos or Og. Then down on our doorsteps, Gretchen and Dora. About this poem, the usurpation freedom motif is a prominent feature in Colum's creature poems. Some creatures, like the little fox and the pigeons, are abused, pathetic figures, much like their human counterparts. The freedom of these two species has been usurped so that the fox finds himself on a leash, and the pigeons have been domesticated and poorly used.
In Part 1, 1968 and 1969, i.e. appearances by Three Dog Night were discussed. Part 2 continues the story. Three Dog Night's fourth studio album, It Ain't Easy, was released in March 1970. It featured the number 15 hit Out in the Country and the group's first number 1 song, Mama Told Me Not to Come. In the San Bernardino Sun newspaper, it was announced that Three Dog Night was returning for the 4th time to the Swing Auditorium on Friday, May 8, 1970. In the article, it was revealed that the opening bands were Krabby Appleton, Ballin' Jack, and Joe Mama. Second billed Krabby Appleton had just released its first and only top 40 single, Go Back, that peaked at number 38 on the national charts. The one-hit wonders named themselves after the arch-villain of the cartoon series, Tom Terrific. Third-billed Ballin' Jack was a Seattle band that released their first album in 1970. In June of that year, they returned to the Swing Auditorium to open for Jimi Hendrix. The fourth-billed Joe Mama will be discussed later in this episode. A mid-May 1970 Sun article reported that an April 24th Jethro Tull Swing Auditorium concert drew a crowd of nearly 5,000. But Three Dog Night outdrew the English band when their May 8th swing show attracted 5,645 fans. Three Dog Night's 5th studio album, Naturally, was released in November 1970. It featured 3 top 20 hits: the number 19 one-man band, number 7 Liar, and the group's second career number 1 song, Joy to the World. In February 1971, Three Dog Night returned to the Swing Auditorium for the 5th time. The opening bands were Joe Mama and Bush. Second-billed Joe Mama was an LA blues rock band best known for backing artists such as Carole King and James Taylor in the studio and on tour. In 1970 and 1971, they released albums of their own material. Opening the evening was Canadian band Bush. This group is not to be confused with the mid-60s Inland Empire band The Bush or the 90s UK group Bush. Members later played with Lou Reed, Alice Cooper, the James Gang, and the Guess Who. The day after the concert, an article reported an attendance of 5,000 animated fans. There was also a police crackdown on the use and sale of marijuana. 14 individuals were arrested. Police reports of vehicle vandalism and burglaries in the Swing Auditorium parking lot, located across the street, were made. Three Dog Night's 6th studio album, Golden Biscuits, was released in February 1971. It was a greatest hits collection containing 8 top 40 hits and 4 album cuts. Three Dog Night's 7th studio album, Harmony, was released in September 1971. It featured 3 top 15 hits, the number 5 hit Never Been to Spain, number 4, An Old-Fashioned Love Song, and number 12, The Family of Man. On October 20, 2015, Corey Wells became the first of the original Three Dog Night vocalists to pass away. He was 74 years old. On February 2nd, 2026, Chuck Negron became the second of the original Three Dog Night vocalists to pass away. He was 83 years old. In a February 12, 2026 newspaper article, Inland Empire journalist David Allen remembered Danny Hutton by revisiting Three Dog Night's September 1969 Swing Auditorium appearance. He reported on a number of incidents that occurred that night. That September 1969 show was not only advertised in the Inland Empire, there was also an ad published in underground newspaper, the LA Free Press. However, being a beacon of the counterculture, their ad was a bit more risque than the one printed in the San Bernardino Sun. In addition to 7 studio albums between 1968 and 1971, Three Dog Night also released a live album from their appearance at the Forum Arena in Inglewood, California. It was recorded on September 12, 1969, 2 weeks and a day before the group's concert later that month at the Swing Auditorium in San Bernardino. In a post-concert review, it was reported that photographs of the band were taken at the Swing Auditorium for use on their next album, which turned out to be Three Dog Night Was Captured Live at the Forum. 2 Colton High School students, Bina Rosales and her friend Sandy Becerra, attended Three Dog Night's September 1969 concert at the Swing Auditorium. Bina managed to maneuver her way to the front row and as a result could be seen on the back cover of Three Dog Night's live album in a photo taken that night, although her face was partially obscured by her left outstretched arm. Fast forward to April 2011. This article ran in community newspaper The Record Gazette. It listed the lineup for Beaumont's summer concert series at Stewart Park. It was reported that the July 4th headliner was none other than Three Dog Night. Three Dog Night's 4th of July appearance at the Stewart Park outdoor concert venue drew a large, appreciative audience. Present in the band were 4 of the original 7 members of Three Dog Night: Danny Hutton, Jimmy Greenspoon, Corey Wells, and Michael Alsop. Over 40 years after the September 1969 Swing Auditorium concert, 2 former Colton High School students were in attendance at the band's Beaumont appearance, Bina's sister Olivia and her friend Eve. IE radio station KOLA assisted in presenting the concert, and after the show, DJ Brian Casey accompanied Olivia and Eve backstage to meet Three Dog Night vocalist Danny Hutton. Olivia asked Danny to autograph her copy of the live album with her sister pictured on the back cover. Olivia and Eve then posed for a photo with Hutton. In 2026, Three Dog Night continues to tour, but with only one full-time original member, Danny Hutton. Three Dog Night's legacy is that of having consistent record chart success. Not only were their singles popular, but between 1968 and 1974, their first 12 albums achieved gold record status.
In 1973, Three Dog Night recorded a Daniel Moore song that went straight to number 3 on the Billboard charts. It's called "SHAMBALA," and it's very appropriate for this week, but it's also appropriate because our friends Kelly and Mike and Ralph, as RAINCROSS DRIVE, do a wonderful cover of it at, I think, a LoFi Christmas show a few years back, and they're really good.
We're at RAINCROSS DRIVE. I'm right here in Redlands, right down the street. We got a couple Riverside guys filling in late notice. Everybody had their beautiful original songs, and we're mainly 70s. So I hope you enjoy, I know most of you out there probably don't recognize these songs because you're far too young to know these. Wash away my trouble, wash away my pain with the rain, Shambhala. Wash away my sorrow, wash away my shame with the rain, Shambhala. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone is so lucky, everyone is so kind on the road to Shambhala. Everyone is so helpful, everyone is so kind on the road to Shambhala. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? I can tell my brother by the flowers in his eyes on the road to Shambhala. I can tell my sister by the flowers in her eyes on the road to Shambhala. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. In the halls of Shambhala. Thank you so much.
Here because we love you.
Talk to us.
You're making a darn fool out of yourself in that diet can. Settle down, Pop.
I'm sorry, I just don't know how else to get through to you. Sweetheart, you taste more like regular Dr. Pepper. Not that we'd love you any less.
You did this. Thumbs up. That's it. I'm out of here.
Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like regular. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Danger Mike Geoghegan and I have a series called Song Arc, where we take a look at 3 or 4 songs and show how they're connected to each other over time and spirit. And one of the ones included this cover of Derek and the Dominos, I Looked Away, and it's one of my favorite things me and Mike have done together, so I want to share that with you. Right on, Mike.
such a lonely man. You seem sad to love another man's woman, baby. I guess I'll keep on singing low till my very last day. But I looked away and she ran away from me today. I'm such a lonely man.
God said to Abraham, kill me a son. Abe said, man, you must be putting me on. God said, no. Abe said, what? God said, well, you can do as you want, Abe, but next time you see me coming, you better run. So Abe said, well, where you want this killing done? And God said, out on Highway 61. Bloody nose, and the welfare department wouldn't give him no clothes, so he asked poor Howard, where can I go? And Howard said, well, there's only one place I know. And Sam said, tell me quick, man, 'cause I gotta run. Well, just take that truck, take it all out to the Highway 61. Daughter on the 12th night told the first father that things weren't right. My complexion, she says, well, it's much too white. He right. Oh yeah, you're right. Let me tell the second mother this has been done. But the second mother was with the seventh son, and they were both out on Highway 61. Trying to create the next world war. So he found a promoter who nearly fell off the floor, and he said, well, you know, I never engaged in this kind of thing before, but yeah, I think it could be very easily done. We'll just put some bleachers out in the sun, have it all out on Highway 61.
I'm on green.